Welcome to the highlights of the first Test match between Sri Lanka and Australia at Galle International Stadium. Well, the pitch, it looked very dry indeed, which informed the way the teams would eventually line up. And it made very clear at the toss when the coin came down in favour of Stephen Smith, he was going to do one thing and one thing only, and that was bat. Dananjay De Silva, the Sri Lankan captain, said he would have done the same. The teams as named at the toss, Australia, they went with three spinners, most unusual. They don't do that too often, but they did in India a couple of years ago, and it's the same trio here of Nathan Lyon, the elder statesman, along with Todd Murphy and Matthew Kuhneman, so three finger spinners there. As for Sri Lanka, Prabhav Jayasuriya, who's been a genius here at Galle over the last few years, bowling finger spin in tandem with Nishan Paris, and then the leg spinner Jeffrey Van der Say, who played his one test match here against Australia back in 2022. And let's head to the highlights.
Usman Khawaja, 79 test matches. He's had a lean time of late, not his usual high standards. Got a new partner in Travis Head. Exciting player, plays the seam well. He'll come at the bowlers, and Australia's plan is to put pressure on the bowlers early.
Fernando will be expected to get a couple of wickets with a little bit of moisture on the pitch.
Nice and full. First runs. Flicks it away. That's four. Flies off the bat, and the outfield very quick.
What a way to get off the mark.
Yeah, you don't miss out. With an offer. Dealing in boundaries, his head. Opens the face of the bat. 3 boundaries off the very first over. He didn't see it. It's gone to mid-wicket. He's gone towards fine leg Nishan Paris. Use of the feet. Helps it through the covers. The fielder gives chase, but he'll never get to it.
The timing and the placement is good. Very often you'll get those boundaries. Khawaja this time.
Change of angle from Asita Fernando. Now, was that in line? Was that in line? Loud appeal. I just feel that would have pitched outside leg stump. That's what Kusal Mendes seems to be telling Asita Fernando. Siva, I think they've got this wrong. Asita Fernando was adamant. They're all looking at the giant screen and they've seen it. Travis Head survives. Down the ground. 1 bounce for 4. Wow, slogged that. Hit it well as well. The first 6.
Plenty of room to free his arms. A lot of batters might have played the cover drive, but here Travis Head decides and hit one out of the park.
He's in top form. I'll tell you what, he's out there on a mission. He's looking to take the spinners on. Oh, it's a good shot. That's a very good shot. Down the track. This is very good batting. Gone all the way for 6.
Morning at day 1, as we see again, just a fraction of spin, but hits through the line of the ball. Uses that little bit of spin to go over mid-off beautifully.
Lovely use of the feet and pass mid-off.
For his 50, his 18th in Test cricket, his 3rd against Sri Lanka. in his third in Asia.
Ah, there goes the reverse. That's a boundary. Down the wicket. Hit hard. That's 4. Good hit. Very good hit. Oh, in fact, oh, it's caught, in fact. Goodness, I take it back.
Travis Head trying to go all the way over long on, but doesn't quite get it. And nicely taken right out on the rope there by Chandimal. Travis Head departs for 57 off just 40 deliveries. Australia now 92 for 1.
Very good numbers, average of 48. Batting at number 3 is very good. Down the next side, possibly off the pad. Polite appeal. No damage done. Oh, very close.
Good work, good work. Unlucky for the fielder.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Against the turn, probably played on length. Open up the next side very nicely. Shot and easy pickings for Nishan Paris. That was a bad delivery. I think that's a good shot down the track, and Dimut Karnaratna at mid-on was quite wide. Oh, bold. What a delivery. Drift, turn, and missed the off stump.
Nice side spin imparted. Had no clue about that one, Manus Labuschagne. Oh, fabulous over this from Jeffrey Van der Sey.
Sweeps his way to a half century, Usman Khawaja. Doesn't carry. That's a drop. Gone. Beautifully bowled by Jeffrey Van der Sey.
Just poking at a ball well outside off stump, spins away, and that was nicely taken by the skipper there, Dhananjaya. Australia just before lunch on day 1, a 135 for 2.
Well, Steve Smith, the acting captain, walking out with that number, the third one down there, 9999. There it is, first ball, Smith. A landmark moment. Steve Smith to 10,000 test runs. Oh. Missed opportunity. The drop catch, penultimate ball of the previous over. Back to Jayasuriya. Yep. Another drop catch. Too good from Khawaja. Given the chance to go back and pull, he never misses out. Likely the last ball before lunch, taken down the ground by Khawaja. Waiting for the bails to be knocked off as they are here.
Yeah, I think Australia will feel like they have the upper hand in this test match. Racing to 145 at lunch off just 32 overs, and the openers, Khawaja, he was superb. He's not out on 65 of just 98 balls.
So for Sri Lanka, Asitha expensive off the top, all spin thereafter. Nishan going at nearly a run of ball himself. Jayasuriya and Van der Sey picking up a wicket apiece.
Prabhat Jayasuriya then to start proceedings after lunch. He's chipped it down the ground. This time it's Steve Smith.
Steve Smith gets in on the act. So he decides that it's time to come down the wicket and put Jayasuriya off that length. Beautiful swing of the bat. He's come in off some unbelievable form in the BBL for the Sixers.
You will be able to play shots like this. There was a noise. Sri Lanka, they go up. Nothing from Gaffney. Now they feel the bat hit the pad, but there definitely was a noise. They all thought it was the bat hitting the pad, which is so. But a little nick on the way through. He gets it over. Little drop kick. It's safely running away. Takes it on the full. This is superb from Smith. This time he gets it where he was targeting. Down the ground, 50-run partnership.
Gosh, he's played that shot well, Khawaja. Top shot.
Oh, the conventional shot through the offside. Adam?
He'll get full reward as well. Oh, cuts him in half. Balloons up by the glove. Kusal Mendes doesn't glove it regardless. Inside edge onto pad, ballooned up. Half century for Smith. He's been in terrific nick this afternoon. The moment he walked out, brought up his 10,000th run in Test cricket, and after lunch walked out in the baggy green and batted with real authority.
He had a tough time of it with the new ball, and he pays the price there for losing his line. And that is a magnificent 100 from Usman Khawaja. You can see how much it means to him. A brilliant 100 from Usman Khawaja in complete control today.
Yeah, full marks to him. He's battled it. And he's not just battled it, but he's also looked to dominate the Sri Lankan bowling. He was never tied down, took the spinners on well, played them well. There weren't anxious moments, I'll tell you. It's a very fine innings by the Australian opener. Down the track and gets it in the gap. Not entirely off the middle of the bat, but he'll still get a boundary, Smith.
That'll be 4. He's hit it in front of square. Oh, not quite. Jayasuriya doing well to get across. .250 on the board. About 17 minutes remaining to the tea break. Hit hard. No chance for the fielder in the deep. You're batting first. In conditions that would take turn as the game goes on. So it's tea here on the first day. Australia 261 for 2. They got a centurion out there in Usman Khawaja. And along with him is Australia's captain on this tour, Steve Smith.
A couple of wickets in the first session. Travis Head was dismissed for 57 of Jayasuriya. Manas Labuschagne got a start but just could not kick on. Dismissed to Jeffrey Van der Sey. And then third wicket, unbroken partnership of 126 in 180 deliveries between Steven Smith and Usman Khawaja.
Sri Lanka have toiled, been made to work hard. Asitha Fernando, expensive. None of the bowlers being able to control that run rate. Well, if they had made better decisions with their reviews and also taken their catches, things could have been different.
Some turn from around the leg stump, but Khawaja gets off strike. And he's been so good with that shot. He's just enjoyed himself.
149 the partnership. Sri Lanka since tea. The bowled a very defensive line, and you understand how the game changes here in Galle. What they're trying to do is to get to the second new ball without conceding too many runs. But 150 between Smith, Khawaja. It's been a wonderful partnership. Total control from both batters.
Gets that fine, Smith. That'll run away. So after 100 balls without a boundary, one straight away. Side part of the bat. Genuine edge, but it'll be a single, and therefore the 300 up for Australia. Just puts it away with complete contempt there, Smith. Into position so early and waited on it and hammered it. Timing. Beautiful batting from Smith.
Two is a call. This can be it. This can be it. First run, running hard. Second two. And it will be Stephen Smith. The stand-in captain is 35th 100. Third against Sri Lanka. Third in Sri Lanka. Second in his last 5 innings. And 6th in Asia.
Pretty much faultless on this occasion. Just the use of the crease. Too short. And eases it out to deep cover for 3. He's chasing Ricky Ponting's record down for most Test hundreds by an Australian.
What a knock. And straight away, as expected, Simon, Sri Lanka has taken it. Shot. That was slapped in front of square. What a shot. That's a statement. I think Usman Khawaja is not comfortable since the drizzle is on, and yeah, correctly so. Umpire Adrian Holstock asking the groundsman to bring in the covers. It's getting heavier, stronger. Don't think there's no point in taking any chances when it comes to weather, because this part of the world can be very, very wonderful and unpredictable. At full marks for both these batters. Stand-in captain Stephen Smith, 104 of 188, batting so well. Khawaja, what a knock. 147 in 210 deliveries. They have piled up the misery on Sri Lankans as the drizzle gets heavier.
The umpires came out, they did take a look at the weather conditions, and that's the signal where they decided to call off play with Australia on 330 for 2 and looking very solid. Khawaja is 16th 100 on 147, and Steve Smith with him on 104. Hayden Labuschagne, the 2 batters dismissed.
The bowlers suffered a bit. Bowled well in patches. They were not consistent enough to run through the side, having worked hard for 81.1 overs, just the 2 wickets. 1 wicket for Jayasuriya, 1 for Van der Sey. Van der Sey did get some turn and bounce. We're hoping the bowlers that they have a much better day tomorrow.